Palito, Chimichukma, this is Chief Steve coming at y'all with another episode of True Story. We got a really interesting one for you guys today, but before we get into it, make sure you guys like and hype this video up, comment in the comments section, get really interactive, make sure you guys subscribe and hit that notification bell as well, so whenever I drop these bombs, you'll be the first ones to grab them. Now, without further ado, let's get into it.
Y'all, remember that time everybody in the whole world kept asking about where Black Americans came from? And then we found out where we came from. And now everybody's mad that we found out where we came from because it's nowhere where they told us we were from. That was so crazy. That was so funny.
So when one Indian group, one big chief, see another big chief, the spy boy introduces himself to the other spy boy. Then wild man introduced himself to the other wild man. And then so on and so on until it finally gets to the queen. And the big queen greets the other big queen. And then they open up that hole, so that the kings could come together, the big chiefs. And the big chiefs look at each other and talk about how pretty they is, and they extend their chawa. Together, and then they hug and greet. When it's out of order and stuff don't go right, and you cannot get to the chief without proper greetings, a mess will break out. Chawa.
Grab your feathers, y'all. Let's debunk history. For ones that don't know this or know this about me, I'm Geechee. My grandmother's Geechee. She's a Geechee Indian. We're Water Clan Indians of Uche. We are Uchese Indians. That's who we are. Our people were called Geechee because we lived along the Ogeechee River. So before you start saying this, that, and the third, that Geechee and Gullah come from African, y'all Gullahs might come from Africa. Right? Angola. But y'all is not taking Geechee. And that's something I'm not letting y'all do. When it comes to basket weaving, the stomp dance, anything like that, indigo fingers, that's all indigenous here to America. Okay? The Indians that lived along the coast right there, the Wale coast, right, did everything that you're saying that Africans started, and the Africans did not start any of that. The indigenous people have been doing it. The Aborigines here have been doing it for thousands of years. So I don't care about what new Africanized things y'all have going down there in the low country now. I don't care anything about that, because none of that was passed along through my family. And that's just that. Our last name was created by the United States government because we were displaced because of the wars that was going around down there in the low country at that point in time. So if our last name, right, was passed, the story of how our last name got passed down for over 250 years, right? Everything else that I'm telling you was passed down as well. All you have to do is pick up and read a book. Everything that my family stated, it's there. So before y'all new Gullah Geechee people, y'all African American people, right? Y'all start trying to change my people's history, the indigenous people of the low country history. That's when it becomes a problem. Because the real Geechees are the Yuchi Indians. That's who they are. No Africans were named Geechee at all. Gola maybe, but Geechee, nah.
Hollywood.
Coach of Freedom, American hitting Coach of America, Black Indian. I got a young fella right here. He's a veteran. His people, where your people from?
Alabama.
Alabama? Now, we was talking about, I was telling you, my people from Alabama as well, too. And I got some Creek up in me. What tribe did you say you had up in you?
A Cherokee.
Cherokee. How you know that, though? Who told you that?
My grandfather knows the history.
Okay. Now, what you was telling me about so-called melanated people or so-called black people not being from Africa.
We are not.
So where we from indigenous?
This country.
This our
right
land,
here.
right?
This our
The
land.
Amaru America, right?
As simple as that.
That's what's up. I'm glad to hear you. And how old are you again, sir?
82.
82. Nice meeting you, my brother. Thank you. I appreciate you for the drop.
So since the truth is out, now we need some t-shirts or some apparel that represents I am indigenous to this land, this soil, this world, whatever you want to say. So here's what I need. If you know any black indigenous person who makes t-shirts or some type of clothing or apparel, please tag them in this video. So on the video that I did asking everybody to say I am indigenous to this land, I got 2 comments. One of the comments was, we need an outfit or we need a t-shirt. Good idea. The other comment was, let's celebrate during the spring equinox. So if you know somebody, a black indigenous person who makes t-shirts or clothing, please tag them in this video, and also please share the video, right? And then the second thing is, since we now know that April 1st is the actual new year, right? And we know spring equinox is like around March 22nd, 23rd. We can celebrate between that time, between March 22nd and April 1st, and we can celebrate. And the t-shirt can say something like, you know, I am indigenous to this soil, this land, this world. Just be creative. Whoever makes the t-shirt, just be creative as you can. We want to represent, okay? Because we already see how they have represented us and how they have portrayed us, right? So now we want to represent and portray our truth, okay? So make sure you guys share this video, tag black indigenous people who make clothing or apparel, right? So we can create this moment for us to celebrate our truth. I like this idea. Y'all tell me what y'all think.
So Mama, that's Jordan. That's your great granddaughter.
Yeah.
First time meeting her.
Yeah, this is your first time meeting me too. We didn't know each other, know nothing about each other, did we?
No, we did not.
I didn't know a thing.
You didn't know
I
anything?
heard a thing.
Well, you heard today.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Thank you. I'll never forget you.
Oh, that was sweet.
Gonna make me cry.
Right.
And I'm not gonna cry.
It's okay. Give her a hug, Mom. It's okay.
It's just, it's the pressure. It's good.
Okay.
It is good.
It's just I didn't know. I should have known.
No,
You know.
Joe's responsibility. She didn't know either.
Why didn't I never know?
We didn't. None of us knew. She found us. We didn't know.
How did you find out?
Through Ancestry.
Video sponsored by Originally Sounds. Let the smoke clear.
This is for all the pretendians. So, quick question. How are you guys indigenous when your skin rejects the sun? My skin absorbs it and soaks it in. I get darker, but your skin blocks it. If you ever watch someone put sunscreen on underneath a UV light, it paints their skin black. So your skin repels the light while my skin absorbs it and soaks it in.
You absorb it? Yes, lighter skin produces vitamin D more efficiently and quickly than darker skin. Melanin acts as a natural sunscreen, meaning higher concentrations in darker skin absorb more UV rays, leaving less available for vitamin D synthesis. Consequently, darker skin requires 5 to 10 times more sun exposure to produce the same amount of vitamin D. Pay attention, boy.
I get charged up by the sun. My people are related to the sun. My people had sacrifices, rituals, ceremonies, our temples, mounds, and pyramids, longhouses, adobes, pueblos.
All stolen. Pay attention, boy. You're not the sun people. You have one grandmother who looked like me. That's where you get that from, buddy. But yes, people with darker skin generally require more sun exposure than people with lighter skin to produce the same amount of vitamin D. The higher melanin content in black skin acts as a natural sunscreen, filtering out UVB rays, which means it may take 2.5 to 10 times more sunlight to produce adequate vitamin D. Pay attention, boy. We are the sun people, not you. Not them other people in your family, only that Margaret grandmother you got. Yes, light skin evolved as an adaptation to produce more vitamin D, but it is better understood as an adaptation to low sunlight environment rather than a defense mechanism. It is conventional sense. In fact, light skin is a trade-off. It allows for higher vitamin D synthesis in regions with low ultraviolet radiation, but leaves skin less protected. Come on, wake up. I gotta keep putting this belt to you, boy. Darker skin needs more sun exposure, roughly 3 to 6 times more to produce the same amount of vitamin D as lighter skin. You have like a little defense mechanism going on to help you because you're mutant. You have what we don't have because we are of the sun. We need the sun. We are sun men. We sun people. Wake up, boy. It's not you. You don't need the sun. You thrive in low sunlight.
So I don't know if you guys know, but the Mardi Gras Indians or pretendians started this whole little thing to honor us.
Wrong. They've done it to honor their own ancestors. I thought you said you were Seneca.
Right? Now they're claiming to be chiefs and starting their own tribes and claiming to be the real Indians.
And culturally, they can do that. Okay? It's their culture. If they have the heritage, they can do whatever they want. So culturally, yes, they are true indigenous tribes. Try again, Mr. Seneca.
Real Indians don't need to wear weaves and wigs. It's all natural.
You're wrong again. Yes, Americans, right? The American Indians, In the 17th and 18th century, the Native Americans frequently wore false hair, especially wigs. Wow! That's what the men are wearing in their regalia, in their Mardi Gras regalia.
Because we are the naturals. So, again, technically, wouldn't they be breaking the Native Americans Arts and Crafts Act?
No, it would not break it because the law applies specifically to the commercial sale or marketing of arts slash crafts, not to cultural expression or masquerade. That is their culture.
If they're selling these suits that they made and all that, right? Doesn't the one guy that claims he's a chief of the Apache Mardi Gras Indian tribe, doesn't he have like a store? This guy.
Could they open a store and sell and make their own Mardi Gras regalia? Yes, Mardi Gras Indians can open their stores and sell their own regalia and related art. Can you read? Like, just do some research. Like, come on. It says to avoid it, right? They just can't label it Native American made or Indian produced. That's all. So to substitute for those two, they put Mardi Gras Indian art or New Orleans black masking culture or Native inspired. But I'm pretty sure they just use Mardi Gras Indian art because they are the Mardi Gras Indians or the Carnival Indians down there. So you need to do a little bit more research. That man could sue you for slandering his name and his store.
According to Cornell University, over 80 federally recognized tribes across the U.S. have gone through disenrollment. And in the past 2 decades, some estimate at least 11,000 individuals have been exiled from their tribes, including the Nooksack in Whatcom County, which in March kicked out its last disenrolled member from its land, 306 people in total. Jamie Queen, who was also disenrolled from the Squaxin tribe, worries most about vulnerable tribal members.
Elders are getting cut off their income checks. They're getting cut off the treaty rights. Some people lived off of that for their entire life. They no longer have that. So they're losing their housing, their medical, their income, their whole source of identity, because now they have to reinvent themselves and figure out who they are. If they told me today, you are now re-enrolled, I'm going to tell them to shove it up their ass. I don't want to be enrolled, but to make right for me, I want a letter for my son.
Queen says she wants her late son,
he was a good kid, wasn't a bad kid at all,
who is technically still enrolled Squaxin, to be officially disenrolled too.
I have his ashes, but he's still hanging. His spirit? Yeah, and it's not okay. He's coming with us.
It's just upsetting to see what's happening to the families.
Elder and former tribal councilman Davey Whitener says he's shed tears over stories of disenrolled people. While he remains safe,
I don't know what next.
He's fighting for others who are losing everything.
It's unstable. It's like you don't know what's going to come next. We don't know that it's over. I would guess you're feeling like you're being separated from your family, like you're being told, we don't want you anymore. That is, like, emotionally and, even spiritually, one of the worst things you can do.
We know who we are. We are from this place, this ground right here.
And the uncertainty is what keeps Sally Brownfield up at night.
If you look at some of the reservations that you've approved, you, sir, in your great wisdom have approved, I will tell you right now, they don't look like Indians to me. And they don't look like the Indians. Now, maybe we say politically correct or not politically correct. They don't look like Indians to me, and they don't look like Indians to Indians. And a lot of people are laughing at it, and you're telling how tough it is, how rough it is to get approved. Well, you go up to Connecticut, and you look. Now, they don't look like Indians to me, sir. If you look at some...
I saw this video this morning that was talking about how a lot of Native American tribes are losing their benefits, in a sense, or whatever. And they're kind of like being kicked out of their tribes, right? And what I found interesting in the video is when she said they are now having to reinvent themselves and figure out who they are. And that was all I needed to hear, because that lets me know you were never who you said you were anyway. And they can't take something away if it was yours. They're taking it away because it is not yours. You remember back in the day when Trump was like, before he was president, there's a clip of him saying how, like, when he had the casinos and he was like, those don't look like any Indians I know, and they don't even look like the Indians to themselves, or something along those lines, basically letting us know them niggas was not Indians. They were not the Indians. And they come and they say all this stuff, but it's just like, you know, you're not the Indians. You know that you are not the Indigenous Americans. You are not the Indigenous Americans. You are not the Indians, or they would have called you an Indian and not a Native American. Right? So now a lot of them are losing their tribal affiliations and things of that nature. And it's just like, you don't find that suspicious? They've been feeding you guys what was ours all of this time. They've been giving you guys our benefits all of this time. And they get really pissed off when melanated Americans say this, but it's like, maybe you need to go to your fucking ancestors for the fucking truth. Maybe you don't know the truth, but them niggas that have passed long ago, they know the truth. So you better hit a fucking imitated fucking dance as best you can and connect to them niggas, because you was never connecting to our source. You was connecting to something, and it wasn't that. And now that shit is unfucking plugged and you're no longer fucking connected. Why? Because the jig is the fuck up. Okay, so go hit a woo and ask the motherfuckers what the fuck happened, so y'all can shut your bitch asses up and start telling the fucking truth. And if you don't want to tell the truth because you don't know the truth, guess what, baby? We are source energy and we are connected and tapped the fuck in, and we know the fucking truth now. The jig is up. Run the fucking land. Oh, they ran that land from up under you? It's okay. We're gonna run it from up under them.
Hey y'all, if y'all liking what y'all see, do me a favor, continue to be a star, hit that like button, hype it up too if you have the option. Let the algorithm know that we mean business here in 2026. Also, don't forget to look for Chief Steve on Facebook and Instagram. Chief Steve on Facebook, chiefsteve.yt on Instagram. The haters are mad. The haters are big mad because we know exactly who we are. We are tired of people who think they know who we are and trying to speak on us without knowing a damn thing about the history of this country, our true story, or our heritage. You're talking about a people who have been rooted in this land since the beginning of time. We have walked this, we lived this, we fought and we bled and died for this here. Our people's footprints are embedded in the very foundation that these foreigners stand on and have the audacity and the gall to say the immigrants built. You hear them? Nobody has ever said that to me personally. And if one ever does, best believe I'm going to set them straight. And I encourage you to do the same. Our elders know who we are. They've been known. And they have told us our story. So again, stop letting these uneducated keyboard warriors gaslight you. They will outright lie on the internet to discourage and degrade you. But when we start producing receipts, they crumble every time. We have the right to claim our indigenous heritage, and we don't have to join none of these so-called civilized tribes to do so. We have our own community. Part of our heritage and culture is the way we walk, the way we talk, the way we eat, and the way we dress. From the shoes all the way up to the head. And that includes wigs and weaves. So ladies, don't be ashamed of your hair. Our people have worn wigs and weaves as a form of regalia for centuries. Every piece of article has a significant meaning. Everyone did it, men included. And it's not by any lack of follicle deficiency or follicle efficiency. Yeah. We can grow our hair. We got natural hair. And a lot of our women can grow their hair all the way down to their buttocks, but still choose to keep it short or to wear an accessory. My beautiful wife is a perfect example of this. She can grow her hair all the way down to her back, but she chooses to keep her hair short. And in return, our daughters and our sons, they like to keep their hair short. But that's not by any lack of what they're lacking. It's not what they lack, or it's not what they is what they choose. And that's the beauty of our people. Our people are beautiful. We're the most innovative, the most creative, the most advanced life forms on this planet. So like I said, these foreigners, these haters are big mad. And don't get me twisted. Not all foreigners are against us. A lot of them know the truth. And that is what makes the haters seethe. That's what makes them hot. Because they know the cat's out the bag. The jig is up, like the sister said. We know the truth. We've been known. And now everybody else is starting to catch on. So as this wave goes and these truths continue to spread, continue to walk in the truth, continue to walk in your confidence, continue to be bold, continue to live out loud, continue to stand strong and carry on with what our ancestors have embedded in us to do. This is Chief Steve signing off. Tata Chista, I cherish you all. Yokoki, thank you for watching. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. We'll see you next time.